Hello YouTubers, subscribers, friends, welcome to my channel. Well, I'm back over here at the El Rio Vista Lake, and I'm going to go show you some different mortars. But check out this saguaro right here. Look how fat it is, and then narrow it is in the middle there. I like coming over here at this place. I'm stopping by because I was over just checking out some yard sales over here. I figure I'd come over here and show you some different mortars. This is a very historical area. This is the Juan Bautista National Historic Trail, Juan Bautista de Anza. It says you are right here. Comes from all the way down South America here, or south of Mexico, and comes all the way up and goes all the way up through California. So not only is this a very historical trail, but this is where the Hohokam Indians also lived. 1775. It's got a beautiful man-made lake over there. People come here to bird watch. Check this out, the barrel cactus are blooming. I got about a mile hike to get to the mortars I'm going to show you. Check it out. Beautiful cactus flowers. So let's get started. There's some mortars over there, but they're just like the ones that I showed you several weeks ago. The big boulder with the mortars on top of its side over there. But there's some over there on the flat ground that I found a couple years ago. We'll go stop over there first. So what amazes me about these mortars is archaeologists and scientists, they all say that these were created to grind corn and grain and stuff like that. And I don't think that's what they're for. These are filled with water. That is really, really cold, man. That's like if you took that out of the fridge. And it's 10 o'clock in the morning. It is 105 degrees. That's very, very cold. This is a huge rock. See, there's little ones right here. This is a very hard rock to grind anything in. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of these mortars ground in. This one looks to be the biggest. But yeah, like I said, my mom's Native American. Here's a small one here also. And she grinds stuff all the time. She grinds up chili, salt, corn, and she doesn't have a big rock like this. She has a little, I'll show a picture here of what she has. And she gave one to my wife, and my wife, same thing. It's portable. You can pick it up and carry it around, put it on the floor. I don't know, somebody put a rock here, and grind up your corn, your salt, your grains, whatever you want to grind up. This is the biggest one. That thing is huge. That water's cold too. I don't know if you want to drink it, but I think that's what they're for. They're for storing water myself. But it's got like a taper though, like tapers down. And I forget what the grinding stone is actually called that my mom used, my wife uses. There's so many other rocks they could have ground this, you know, the stuff on. And there's pottery in this area also. Not a lot, but I've found pottery in this area. So, but everywhere I find mortars, I find petroglyphs. And there's another boulder over there with mortars on it, and then there's petroglyphs right next to the boulder next to it. But like I said, I've hiked all in this area exploring. I've never found any mortars up in there. I found other rocks flat on the ground here that don't have any mortars. So it just blows me away that why would they pick that rock there, and then on the other side of the lake there's a huge boulder almost the size of that. See, there's a petroglyph right there, a spiral petroglyph. And but there's no mortars on that, so it blows me away. I mean, I don't like to think like everybody else thinks. Oh, that's for grinding corn or grain or stuff like that. Well, maybe some of them are, but not all of them. And I'm going to go show you why I think that, because I have found these mortars in the middle of nowhere, and I found them on like sides of rocks, like big rocks like that in the side, and there's no way you're going to grind corn or grain in the side of a boulder with a big hole in it. Just ain't gonna happen. So I'm just curious what they could be used for. So, and like I said, my mom's Native American, my dad's half Native American. I've been deep down in Mexico and visited my aunts and uncles and stuff like that, and nobody's grinding holes in big boulders. They have that little bowl that you can carry around to do your personal grinding. So I don't know, it just amazes me and interests me, and this is one of the areas that I love hiking, because this whole area's got so much history, so much evidence of the Hohokam Indians. And the other mortars are on this boulder right here. I'm not going to go over there, but they're just like 3 or 4 of them over there. But and then up there, there's a cave. Where's that cave at? It's like right up in there. And there's a big boulder up there, and there's got 3 of them in that boulder up there. I showed it before. I've hiked up there. But there's so many snakes out right now. I mean, this is the year. I've seen more snakes this year than I've ever seen in all the years I've been hiking here in Arizona. There's a huge bird flying around over me. Big old hawk. So I got about a mile hike, and I'm going to go over here and show you these other mortars that make me think that these mortars are used for something else. Before I go, though, here's the petroglyphs over here. And this rock with petroglyphs got some rattlesnake petroglyphs on it. And then that rock right over there, that's the one with the mortars on it. I've been there 24 times. I love hiking this area. There's like a energy vortex over here. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I just feel energized every time I hike over here. This whole area is just amazing to come explore. Last 15 years I've been coming here, man. I just love exploring here. There's a huge petroglyph on that rock right over there. Matter of fact, that whole area right there's just got petroglyphs everywhere, all over it. But I don't have my hiking gloves. I'm not climbing any rocks because, like I said, it's 110 degrees. It's 35% humidity. And I'm going to go down this dirt area here, path. I've never been this way. This is the river right there, the Santa Cruz River. And I just want to go see where this trail goes, because I've never been down here. See maybe if I can see the river. No, I don't see the river. I can't hear the river, but look at this pile of rocks here. Last time I was out in this area, I went to the very top of that mountain up there, and there was a homeless person camping up there. I didn't see the person, but I saw the sleeping bag. I saw their little grill they had set up and their seasonings. And I touched the grill, and the grill was actually warm, and the coals were warm. So I don't know if he heard me coming up the mountain and he took off, because you're not allowed to camp anywhere. It's real muggy in here, man. The river's right over there, but I can't see it or hear it. But somebody cleared out this whole area, though. You can see the moss way up on the tree, because that's how high the water comes up. But we've been getting a lot of monsoon storms. All right, let's continue back to go show you those other mortars. Right there's a cool petroglyph right there. People ride up and down this bike path and they never even look at this stuff. And then there's a petroglyph right there too. Several petroglyphs, but this one you can clearly see from this bike path. And depending on what time of the day you come, There's some right there too, you can barely see. On that huge rock right there, right down at the base of that rock, there's the small spiral petroglyph. I can hear the river over here. And there used to be, that's a huge lizard. Thought that was a snake at first. It's doing push-ups. I see you eyeballing me, boy. He's big, man. He's probably 6 inches long. Look at him blowing up on me. This place is just crawling with lizards. And snakes too, but they're probably out hiding. Wow, this is so overgrown right here. Now, there's 2 mortars here. See how they're in the side there? How are you going to grind corn or grain in that? It's just going to fall right out. It's not on top of the boulder. I mean, look at this. They got all kinds of room to make it on top of the boulder here. And there's so many other boulders flat on this ground in this area. Before all this stuff grew in, you could see the huge round big rocks all over in this area. Can't see them now, but you can barely even see this one now. But yeah, and there's rocks everywhere. Why do they pick this spot? I mean, who knows? They disappeared some 2,500 years ago. Who even knows? All kinds of gnats. Who even knows how old these are? But these always interest me. It's like, why are they in the side? And these aren't the only 2 that I found like this in the side of boulders. I found them in the side of boulders, like huge boulders, but up in the middle of the boulder be these huge round, I don't know what they are. So this is why I don't think that they're used for grinding grain or corn. Man, this whole branch didn't used to be here a year ago. Gotta be careful, man. There's so many snakes out. This area is clearly crawling with snakes. And there's, like I said, there's always petroglyphs nearby when I find these mortars. So if you go up this mountain, there are a couple caves up there. Last time I went up there, I had a friend with me from England, and we were going up to this, show him this cave, and right before we got to this cave, 4 javelina come running out of the cave. And I was throwing rocks in it before we got actually close to it. And he's like, why are you throwing rocks? And after the last rock I threw, this freaking they came running out. But right there on that peak right up there, there's a huge flat rock. You can see right there just behind those trees. And there's a gigantic petroglyph, about 3 feet in length. There's like 4 or 5 petroglyphs there, but there's a gigantic one. And it reminds me of the drawings in Peru where they have that giant drawing on the side of a mountain. It looks like an alien with a fat head waving. That's what that looks like up there too, that petroglyph. So it's like, it always amazes me, this area, because even when I've hiked all the way to the top of that peak, the very top of that peak, there's a huge pile of rocks, about 2.5 feet tall, just huge pile of rocks, man, like a giant cairn. But yeah, this time of year you don't want to be climbing around in this stuff up here, because there's just so many rattlesnakes in this area. And I like going up in here when it's cooler, like end of fall, because the rocks aren't hot. But yeah, this is an awesome place, historic place. And to all the people who get triggered when I show this kind of stuff and tell me I should respect it and don't touch it and stop walking there. These are parks, man. These are open to the public. Anybody can come here, touch them and walk on them. You know, they actually repel off of this area right here. If you climb up on these rocks, there's hooks up there where you can hook in, attach your rope and stuff, and you can rappel off of this wall right here. And you used to be able to rappel down this, but all this overgrowth here, you know. So people are always climbing on these rocks over here, always. I'm not the only person. So, but you don't want to be touching these rocks here in freaking summertime. 110, 105 degrees today. Muggy, muggy, muggy. Alright, well, I got about a mile hike back to my car. I just wanted to show those mortars that are in the side there. I mean, I've showed them before, and I've showed other ones before. Matter of fact, that rock right up there, that big rock right over there, on the side right over there, has a mortar in the side of that huge rock. And it's probably 10 feet off the ground. I don't know how they ground it or what it was for, but it's amazing that nobody even really cares about the history around here. That's what blows me away. You know, it's a cool place, man. So if you like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Consider subscribing, because it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. And if the Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hey, thanks for taking the time, stopping by, watching my video. If you lasted this long, thank you very much. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, mama.